All right, Ken, thank you very much. And we are getting ready for Game 2 of the four-game series between the Knights and the Louisville Bats. This homestand will wrap up on Monday, June 10th. Then the Knights will go out on the road for a 6-game road trip. We are excited here tonight. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. When I heard he was going to be here, I got so excited. Craig Robinson, you've seen him in a bunch of things. The Office, Hot Tub Time Machine, a million things that you've loved and watched. He's been in it. He's appearing at Comedy Zone. He'll be here tonight through Sunday, and he's throwing out a first pitch tonight. Welcome to BB&T Ballpark.
Thank you so much. Already having a great time.
Now, we are a White Sox affiliate. Of course, you're
I'm
a
from
big Chicago guy.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. From the south side of Chicago.
Nice.
So this is legit for me, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And have you thrown out a first pitch before? Or?
I have. Once in Houston, once in Montreal.
So this will be kind of old hat for you.
Oh, well, you know. you can't think of it like that, but I'm not as nervous as I was the first time. I'll put it like that.
Well, that's a kind of a good segue to talk about comedy, because there is kind of a connection when you look at baseball and what it takes to get up to the big leagues and to, you know, be a stand-up comedian and to get into doing the shows. You got to really work on your craft. I know that's something that you take very seriously.
You have to be dedicated. Yeah, a lot of the same principles. Committed, dedicated. You got to go at it all day and all night in most cases if you want to be really good. So, yeah.
What's interesting about your story, you started out actually as a teacher. You got your master's in music.
Yeah, I taught kindergarten through 8th grade music in Chicago and Indiana for the first 4 years out of college.
So that had to be kind of an interesting segue going into doing stand-up. What led you to kind of get into doing comedy?
Well, in college, I felt like I was chosen. I just couldn't stop being silly, and then I realized you could get paid for it. Yeah. So I was in college studying to be a teacher, and then somewhere along the way, comedy jumped in there and was like, come on, we're doing this.
It had to be kind of interesting when you did make the switch, because you kind of were performing since, you know, in college, and then, of course, you know, with kids and trying to keep them engaged. So it's probably kind of a natural progression as a performer to just kind of start doing comedy. Yeah,
and then I would use the kids like as audience. I would use them and try jokes out on them and stuff, and kind of riff on them. So yeah, that really worked out for me.
Kids can be a tough audience, right?
Oh, they were a very tough audience, and they were really good at heckling. So yeah. They were great.
And music's a little bit of your act, and you've actually done some music in some of
music.
Your...
a lot of bit of my act.
Yeah.
It's a lot of music in my act.
So that's got to be a lot of fun because it's something you enjoy. And it's...
Oh, yeah, and you get the crowd singing. And, you know, music evokes certain emotions. Like you might hear a song I'll play that you haven't heard for 20 years, you know, and it just brings up emotions and memories and things like that. So people end up having a really good time at my shows.
Well, and that was great about, I mean, that great scene in Hot Tub Time Machine when, you know, you guys go back to 1986 and you kind of get a chance to get a do-over in your music. But that was a great cast. I mean, you look at Rob Corddry, and you got John
Clark
Cusack.
Duke, John Cusack, Crispin Glover. We had an absolute ball making that one. And people are always surprised at that movie because the name is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
They don't expect it to be any good. So a lot of people come back and say, I didn't, you know, expect much from that movie, and then they end up loving it.
Well, John Cusack has said in an interview that that's part of the reason. Part of the reason why he did that film was the title. He said before he even read the script, he said, "I'm doing this movie because of the title."
I ended up doing the movie because I was reading the script and I laughed out loud.
Out loud, yeah.
The part where I was yelling at my wife when she was 9 years old. I dropped the script. I said, okay, I'm in on this.
I'm doing it. That was hilarious. Well, and you've been on The Office and so many great like improv. Like, how much of the Hot Tub Time Machine was scripted and how much of that was improv?
It was a lot of improv in Hot Tub Time Machine because the script wasn't fully done. Sometimes we would come to work and it was like, well, we don't know what we're shooting yet. So, and even that moment where I looked at the camera and said, must be some kind of hot tub time machine. You remember that part? Sorry. I pitched that the night before, and then we shot it the next morning.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, it was, we needed some content, but we ended up getting it.
And then The Office, I mean, that was just a great show, and you had such a great part in that show.
Thank you very much. Daryl Philbin. Yeah, people have been giving us love. And then with this resurgence with Netflix, it's just been people are like, oh, I've seen The Office now 3 times or, 7 times. So thank you all for keeping that alive. It's pretty special.
Well, I know the work is what you love to do because you do so many different things on the Cleveland show and you do some voices. But did you have like a favorite job that you've done so far?
You've done your research, I see. It's hard to pull out one favorite. I think one of the most fun times I had on set was doing this movie called Peoples with David Allen Greer, Kerry Washington. David Allen Greer is like the funniest human being on the planet, so there was that. And then we had a piano on set, so we were singing and playing harmony. It was amazing.
Well, I know, I saw an interview that you did that you got your start. Really felt like your big break was the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition, which has really turned out to be a huge. It's a great opportunity for African Americans and minorities to kind of get noticed, and you were there, and a lot of great people have come through there.
D.L. Hughley, Chris Tucker, Jamie Foxx, to name a few, have come through there. So just to get on that stage, I was incredibly excited. Like I couldn't believe and they called me to be on it.
Yeah.
They were looking for comedians. So I ended up doing it, ended up winning it. So that was 1998, I'm sorry.
And now it's going into, I think, the 25th year this year, and a lot of great talent has come through.
Oh, yeah. I should go back and check it out.
Yeah, go check it out. So I know obviously we're going to be in Charlotte this weekend, but what else do you have coming out that you can tell us about?
I got a movie coming out called Dolomite Is My Name. You remember Dolomite from back in the day?
Yeah.
Dolomite Is My Name, and that stars Eddie Murphy.
Oh, wow.
It's got Wesley Snipes, Keegan-Michael Key, Mike Epps. It's an incredible cast. I'm in a Disney movie called Timmy Failure, so you can take the kids to see that one. And then I'm about to go work on a movie called Blood Moon. It's a thriller about this Asian girl who can control people with her mind.
And I got to ask you one last question, because one of the funniest shows I think you've been in was Eastbound and Down. Kenny Powers. That was they filmed some of that, I think, right here in North Carolina.
Oh yeah. What's outside of Wilmington? Right
yeah, Wilmington. Yeah,
Yep. Oh yeah, that's one of the best. Danny McBride is as funny as you think he is, and I think we get more love off of the bloopers.
Yeah.
You ever see the bloopers?
Oh yeah.
And Will Ferrell is trying to destroy you. He doesn't care about the take. We can get it, but he's trying to destroy you. So yeah. That was one of the hardest things to have to do. It made me a better actor because I had to try not to laugh while looking in Danny McBride's eyes while Will Ferrell was cracking jokes.
You got to be professional, right?
You got to be professional.
But you still got to laugh.
Exactly.
Well, make sure you check out Craig Robbins. He's going to be at the Comedy Zone tonight. It's coming up at 7:30. We got a 9:55 show tonight, and we got 2 shows tomorrow at 7 o'clock, 9:45, and then 7 o'clock on Sunday. Oh. So, Craig,
I was trying my friend to get a picture of me on the screen.
Oh, yeah, get a picture on the big screen. You got it, Frank? We good?
There it is. He got it.
We got our pictures? All right.
With my nice jersey.
Great to meet you, and thanks for coming out.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey, thank you, Charlotte. We'll see you all at the Comedy Club this weekend. And go Knights!
And a good doubleheader tonight, 9:55, so you can leave here after the game and go check out Craig Robinson at the Comedy Zone Charlotte. More to come here as we get ready for the Knights. And they're playing tonight. I just forgot who we're playing tonight. Isn't that great? Yeah, Louisville Bats.
Yeah.
So focused there. All right, more to come here as you get ready for the Knights and the Bats.